We are on number 47 out of 117 scriptures in the Old Testament that everyone should know. And our journey takes us to the book of Esther. We want to talk about a moment of decision that occurred in the book of Esther. And I want to direct you to Esther chapter 4. Esther chapter 4. And we're going to look at verse 13 a little bit forward. And to give you a little background, the Jews lived during the time of the Persian Empire, and Esther, through miraculous circumstances, became the queen during this time. But another thing happened. A man by the name of Haman wanted to wipe out the people, wanted to wipe out the Jews. He wanted to annihilate them, and he hated Mordecai. And so we come to a kind of moment of crisis within the story where Mordecai basically says to Esther, don't remain silent. You got to do something. So let's go to chapter 4, verse 13. Okay, you ready? And it says in chapter 4, verse 13, then Mordecai told them, answer to Esther, think not that in the king's palace you will escape any more than all the other Jews. For if you keep silence at such a time as this, relief and deliverance will rise for the Jews from another quarter. But you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this. And then Esther told them to reply to Mordecai, go gather all the Jews to be found in Susa and hold a fast on my behalf, and neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my maids will also fast as you do. Then I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. And so what's going on here? Well, nobody could enter into the king's presence without being invited. And so Mordecai is basically saying to Esther, you got to do something. You got to go to the king. You got to intercede on behalf of your people. Don't think that you can be silent. You must act. And what I find important about this verse is that there are moments in our life where we can't be silent. We can't just sit around, where we have to act. You look at our culture today, you look at all of the problems that we have in our culture today, and many people are just doing nothing. They're silent. They're just letting it all pass, and the world, seems to become more ungodly and more ungodly. But no, there are moments that we must act. We meet so many people who have left the faith, and if we would only take the time to talk with them, if we would recognize this is my opportunity to talk to this person, to invite him back to church, even if they reject me, to still invite him. So my brothers and sisters, looking at what Mordecai was saying, don't be silent. You must act. I tell you, we live in a similar time. May the Lord inspire you so that you take advantage of every opportunity you have to invite people to come back to church, to love and to serve our Lord with all their hearts, that you use every opportunity wisely. Don't be silent.